Welcome everyone. Now in this class we will see with the problem number 11 relating to the assessment of company and the calculation of total taxable income and tax liability under normal provision as well as with the MAT provision, and whichever is the highest will be the tax liability. Right. See the problem number 11. Bharat Limited, a domestic company, provides you the following profit and loss account for computing of tax liability for assessment year 2019-20. So they given the P&L account, particular amount, debit side, credit side. Right now it is a different one which we have already seen. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಒಂಚೂರು ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್. ನೌ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ purchases admissible, direct wages admissible, freight inward admissible. So these are all related to business. So don't worry. So ignore it. Next one. Credit side, by sales, it is an again business income. Next, closing stock, it is also business income. Right. Ignore it. But again we have to go with the adjustment, whether any adjustment related to the particular items. Opening stock ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, closing stock ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಕೊನೆ ಇದೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. Next one. See the debit side, again the indirect expenses to salaries, business expenses, ignore it. General expenses, again general expenses, every time you see whether any adjustment are there or not. Right. I will go with the again that is adjustment one on there. Next, sales expenses, business expenses, MD remuneration. So they are taking the services from the managing director, they are paying the remuneration, it is business expenses. Next, director sitting fees. Again, director, he will go to work for the company, they are supposed to pay the amount to them, it is also business expenses, admissible, ignore it. Income tax, very careful, that is income tax, it is not related to the business, it is related to the personal in nature. Inadmissible, add back, where and all, right? Inadmissible in the working note number 1 to the total taxable income of business. Next, again step number 2 to the calculation of book profit as a statutory addition. Next one, excise penalty. Excise duty is the business expenses, but the penalty means what? They have not paid within the time, or they have violated the any other relating to the payment. That's why it is related. It is a non-business expenses because they cannot able to claim on that. ಅವರು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ನ ವೈಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಥವಾ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡೋ ಡೇಟ್ಗಿನ ಲೇಟಾಗಿ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಪೆನಾಲ್ಟಿ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ತಪ್ಪು, ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಇನ್ಅಡ್ಮಿಸಬಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ನೋಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಪ್ರಪೋಸ್ ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಅಗೇನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಅಡ್ಮಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟ್ಯುಟರಿ ಅಡಿಷನ್. ಟೇಕ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ನೋಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ನಂಬರ್ 2 ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ಗೆ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಬನ್ನಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, provision for sale, that is the loss of subsidiary company. Subsidiary company, it is not the business part of the business, that's why they have invested the amount. So ಏನಾದರೂ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾಗ it is not related to the business, add back to the two way, that is working note number 1 and step number 2 to the calculation of book profit. Next, to depreciation. Depreciation given in the P&L account comes in working note number 1 and again step number 2. Right. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಬರೀ P&L ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿ, ಬೇಕಾದರೆ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಗ್ನೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ IT ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಾಗ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಸೇಮ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ನೇ ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಸ್ ಪರ್ IT ಅಂತ ಮತ್ತೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅಡ್ಮಿಸಬಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಗ್ನೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅಗೇನ್ ಅದರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್, ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ. ಸೊ ರಿವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್, depreciation. Again you have to minus in both, right? Statutory addition and statutory deductions. Now excise duty when the that is when they are manufacturing, they are supposed to pay the tax. So again now it is included, subsumed in the GST. No. Next one, net profit, it is related to business. Next, come to again the credit side. By gross profit, business income. By dividend received from Indian company, it is exempted. So up to 10 lakh is exempted, right? It is exempted income. But ಆದರೂ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, in order to know the exact taxable income from the business, this is a non-business income, that is income from other sources minus. ಏನು ಮಾಡಿ, ನಾನ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟೆಡ್ ಟು P&L ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಹೆಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಇಂದ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್ when it comes to step number 1, income from other sources ಅಲ್ಲಿ, so dividend from received from Indian company exempted ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಿ, because it is not taxable below 10 lakh. Next, bad debts recovered. Bad debts recovered, they are not, here in P&L account not given the information. Bad debts recovered. Bad debts means what? It is an expenses. Recover ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? It is an income. ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ರೈಟ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ P&L account. Now one by one go with the adjustment. General expenses. General expenses, it is related to business expenses. Now under that certain expenses are there. Let's see whether it is business or not. Festival celebration expenses, right? Festival celebration ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಕಂಪನಿ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿ ಫೆಸ್ಟಿವಲ್ ಸೆಲೆಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ದ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್, ಎ ವರ್ಕ್ಲಿ ಹೆಲ್ತಿ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್. ಸೊ it is a business expenses. But if it is done through the cash, more than the cash, then it becomes the inadmissible. Next, Diwali Puja expenses, it is admissible, ignore it. Both are admissible, ignore it. Next one, donation to Prime Minister National Relief Fund, any kind of donation, it is first inadmissible, add back, and again same they can able to take the deduction under this slab, either 100%, 50%, whatever the applicable under section 80G. So under which amount you have to minus? That is from other gross total income minus the deduction under section 80G and 80JJA. Next one, sales expenses include 1000 diaries distributed to dealers involving claimed as deduction in the same period. Sales expenses is a business expenses. ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ನ ಪ್ರಮೋಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಸೊ ಅವರು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಡೀಲರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೈರೀಸ್ ನ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಗೇನ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಪ್ರಮೋಷನ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ತರ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇಗ್ನೋರ್ ಇಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, excise duty related to previous year 2017-18, 10,000 was paid during the current year. Excise duty last year outstanding ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇನ್ಅಡ್ಮಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ನು ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಆ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ದೇ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಟು ಪೇ ದಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಇಂದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎಕ್ಸಮ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅದರ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ನ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡೆಡ್, ಇಗ್ನೋರ್ ಇಟ್. Next one, bad debts recovered during the year related to previous year, that is 2018-19, were claimed as deduction in the same period. Right, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಕ್ಕರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಡಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ನ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ನ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ನ ರೀಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ರೈಟ್, ಇಗ್ನೋರ್ ಇಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, brought forward business losses and depreciation. Right, brought forward business losses and depreciation ಇದೆ. as per book and as per IT. as per book ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ನಂಬರ್ 2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, that is for the calculation of book profit. as per IT ಬರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ನೋಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ನೋಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದು ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಬುಕ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಲೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ನಂಬರ್ 2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ brought forward losses as per book or unabsorbed depreciation as per book, whichever is less, that can be taken as deductions. Right. Next one, in the problem one more adjustment I have left, so write down, that is a sixth point. Both opening stock and closing stock have been undervalued by 20%. ಏನು P&L ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೋ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕು ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕು ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? ಅಂಡರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ರೈಟ್, ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಏನು? ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಕಮ್ಮಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನೇನು ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ನ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಂಡರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇದೆಯೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿ? ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ನಾಟ್ credited to P&L account, add back, and again admissible expenses which is not debited, so minus it. Next one, so with all this information calculate total income and tax liability as per normal provision of IT Act 2000 for the assessment year 2019-20 and book profit under section 115 GB, and ultimately tax liability of the company. Ultimately tax liability of the company. So we supposed to calculate it in two way, normal provision and MAT provision. ಎರಡನ್ನೂ calculate ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾವುದು highest ಇರುತ್ತೋ that becomes as what? Tax liability. Right, now see with the solution, that is the working note number 1, that is the calculation of taxable income from business. Particulars, amount, take the net profit as per P&L account. Amount 15,82,000. 15,82,000 is the net profit as per the P&L account. For that, add inadmissible expenses or business income not credited to P&L account. Not credited to P&L account. Right. One by one add ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ. And the first one is income tax. It is not related to business. Add back income tax 3 lakh. Next, excise duty penalty. Excise duty penalty 1,10,000. Next, proposed dividend. Proposed dividend amount 4 lakh. And the next one is provision for loss of subsidiary company 3 lakh. Next, depreciation given in the P&L account 1 lakh. And the next one is donation to PM National Relief Fund, which is given in the adjustment. General expenses are included agide nodi. Right, amount is 10,000. Next, the income which is not added to the business, that is undervalued closing stock. Undervalued closing stock, that is whatever the given closing stock amount in the P&L account is 1 lakh. How much percentage is undervalued? 20%. 20%, that is 20 divided by 80. Then the total value is 25,000. 25,000, that is 1 lakh into 20 divided by 80, 25,000. Add all this amount and you will get the subtotal amount, that is 12,45,000. It is the subtotal amount minus add to the 15,82,000, that is 28,27,000. Next, less admissible expenses or non-business income credited to P&L account. Right, I will write very shortly because of the congested here. And the first one is, that is depreciation as per IT. Depreciation as per IT, that is plus opening stock undervalued. Opening stock amount is given in the P&L account 40,000 and it is undervalued by 20%. Means ಅದನ್ನ ಅವರು ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಸರ್ಟೈನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ಮಚ್? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 10,000. ಸೊ ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಸ್ ಪರ್ ಐಟಿ 1 lakh plus undervalued opening stock is 10,000. Totally 1,10,000 is separate ಆಗಿ ತೋರಿಸಿ. That is 1,10,000. Next, income which is not related to business, which is already credited to business P&L account, that is income from, that is dividend received from Indian company amounted to rupees 5,000. Next one, brought forward business class and unabsorbed depreciation as per IT, both amount you take 3 lakh plus 2 lakh, total amount 5 lakh. So add all the amount, then 5 lakh plus 1 lakh 10 plus 5,000, that is 6 lakh 15,000. This amount minus from the 28 lakh 27,000 and the subtotal amount, that is what, 22 lakh 12,000. It is taxable income from business. Taxable income from business. What you have to do? Take this amount in the step. Next, step number 1. Now, see the step number 1. That is a calculation of total taxable income from all the heads except salary. And the first head is what? That is income from house property. In the program, they are not given the income from house property. Nil. Next, income from business. That is, we already calculated in the working note number 1. Amount 22 lakh 12,000. Next, they are not given any income from short-term capital gain. Nil. And there is one income, that is income from other sources, that is dividend from Indian company. Indian company, it is exempted up to 10 lakh. Nil. You can show nil. So add all the amount, that is other gross total income, that is 22 lakh 12,000. From this, we have to minus the, that is a donation, which is under section 80G, which is given in the problem. That is donation to Prime Minister National Relief Fund. The amount is how much? 10,000. It is 100% of the donation amount. Then 22 lakh 12,000 minus 10,000. Other taxable income is 22 lakh 2,000. Plus, if any other income, that is short-term capital gain liable for STT, long-term capital gain and long-term capital gain liable for STT, casual income, yadaru idre adana add madi, because here there is no information related to that. Adanella okay bardu nanu ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ nil ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ, right? Nil. And next one is the same amount will be carried as what? Total taxable income, which is calculated under step number 1. Next, see with the step number 2, it is a calculation of book profit under 115 GB. That is a MAT provision. MAT provision prakara book profit calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So go with the that is a format ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಯಾವುದು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಲೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, then you come back for the problem. That is net profit as per P&L account amount 15 lakh 82,000 plus statutory means what? That is compulsory. Statutory addition for the calculation. Another first one is, see that first one is income tax. It is not related to business. Any income tax paid, payable, or any provision for the income tax, interest on income, expenses on income tax. So and interest on income tax, it's all become as what? That is statutory addition. Add it. Next one, income tax amount 3 lakh. Next one is proposed dividend. Any proposed dividend or dividend paid, interim dividend, preference dividend, that are related to means that are taxable income, that is add to the statutory addition. So that is amount 4 lakh. Next one, provision for loss of subsidiary company. Provision for loss of subsidiary company amount 3 lakh. And the next one is, that is depreciation, which is given in the P&L account. You suppose you have to take compulsory. Beda ignore ಮಾಡೋಣ ಬೇಡ, ಎರಡು ಸತಿನೂ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಬನ್ನಿ, ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Depreciation as per the P&L account, that is 1 lakh. And all the amount amount is 11 lakh. Right, 15 lakh 82,000 plus 11 lakh, that is amount 26 lakh 82,000. Next, from this amount less statutory deduction, deletion are compulsory less. Another first one is depreciation other than revalued asset. Revaluation ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. So ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. They are not given the information in the problem. Take directly the depreciation which is already debited to P&L account. Depreciation other than revalued asset. Revalued asset amount, the same amount 1 lakh. Next, second one is that is brought forward business loss as per book. Business loss as per book amount 1,50,000 are brought forward unobserved depreciation as per book, that is amount 1 lakh, whichever is less. ಇವೆರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಡಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಿ. that is amount 1 lakh. Right. So total is the deductions amount is 2 lakh, that is the depreciation and unobserved depreciation. 26 lakh 82,000 minus 2 lakh, the amount is 24 lakh 82,000. It is book profit. Book profit, and again take this amount in the step number 3 for the calculation of tax liability under MAT provision. Next, step number 3, calculation of tax liability under 2, normal provision and MAT provision. Now, in order to know the tax liability under normal provision, we are supposed to go with this slab rate ಒಂದೊಂದನ್ನೇ calculate ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Right, and the first one is other taxable income. Other taxable income. So, is there any other taxable income? That is yes, amount 22 lakh 2,000 into what is the rate of tax? It is applicable to Indian company below 250 crores, that is 25%. So the tax amount is, that is 5,50,500 plus, again there is no any other income from these sources, so directly go with the education cess plus 4% of education and health cess. 5,50,500 into 4% amount, that is amount 22,020 rupees, and both, that is total amount is 5,72,520 is the tax liability under normal provision. Next, again calculate the MAT provision tax. The book profit into book profit into 18.5%. Right. Next one, the book profit is total. What is the total amount? 24 lakh 82,000. 24 lakh 82,000 into 18.5%. Amount is 4,59,170 plus 4% of, again here also education and health cess, 4,59,170 into 4% amount, that is 18,367. Add both the amount, so 4,77,537. Right now, which one will become the tax liability? That is A, normal provision, B, MAT provision. Right, the A is 5,72,520 and B 4,77,537. So whichever is higher, that will become as what? Tax liability, ultimate tax liability, that is 5,72,537. 20. This is tax liability. Now next is step number 4. It will not applicable because MAT provision ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ compared to normal provision. Hence the ultimate tax liability is under normal provision and no tax credit will be applicable. Go through the problem. Very simple problem. Here only one new adjustment what we have seen, that is overvaluation, that is the undervaluation of the closing stock and opening stock. Closing stock income ಅಂಡರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಏನೋ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಸೊ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ರೈಟ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ನ್ಯೂ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ರೈಟ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್.